This is our general manager, Marion, Mim, Davey, Kessler, Carrington, Colby, Sarah Jessica Parker, Mary Louise Parker, taking advantage of our new coffee machine.
That's beautiful.
That's a beautiful, what is that, a cappuccino?
That? I don't know.
It's an espresso with foam.
With foam.
Okay.
Do you want to taste it?
No, I'm good.
It's beautiful. Now, in the magic of editing, there should be like a little twinkle in my eye.
Oh. Eric, add a little twinkle.
Look at me, look at me.
Every day, every day.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
City, all over the country now. Welcome, Austin. Welcome to the show, everybody. By the way, that's really how my boss treats me, right there. Yeah. One little note, Director Steve, get a good shot of the audience. If people around the country, including our new city of Austin, you guys may not know this, but it's about 37 below zero here today. That's right. And these people just thought out. They just about 2 seconds ago, they thought out. Welcome to the old show, everybody. The ultimate prize for a basketball fan in New York. So here's the deal. This dude had a chance to win, as they say on The Price is Right, a brand new car, but only... That's right. But only if he could sink a shot most NBA players can't even make. Come back to the TV. Look at this.
Here we go.
Look at that. That's right. Look at that. He did it. Look how happy he is. Dude did it, sinking the half-court shot at Madison Square Garden to win his brand new car. During his celebration, he spotted Ben Stiller in the crowd and got a big old hug for Ben. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put one lucky audience member out in just T-shirts and their underwear for the entire hour. And if they survive, they get our boss's car.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Not bad.
She's completely thought out, too. Give it up for Fallon, everybody. Oh, that's right. Hello, friend.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We have a giant crowd. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everybody. And take a moment to remember why we're off today. But yeah, you and I, especially for our new friends in Austin, Fallon and I have a lot in common. One of them is we both have several jobs. Fallon has a radio show. I have a radio show. We're living the life. We are living the life today because we only have one show today.
I know,
this one
it's
today.
so exciting. Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels weird. I can go home, take a nap. I was gonna walk around my house naked a little bit, but Jake's family's in town, so that's out the door now.
That's right. Fallon's husband is in the audience today. That's right. Nate, if we can get a shot of Jake, he's in the audience right there. There he is. Yeah. Yeah. Horribly unattractive man.
He is.
Yes. Speaking of Jake, we broke because people sometimes ask if they don't know us. Are you guys really friends?
Yes.
Is it just?
Yeah.
Is it fake for TV?
It
no.
is.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
but I mean, no, but we're legit friends. But we always joke we don't get a chance to go out a lot.
Not as much now, yeah, because we see each other every day. So we usually spend the first 30 minutes of our day gossiping.
Yeah.
Then we get into like actual work stuff. So we know most things going on, but we're like, should we hang out outside of the TV show?
So we did.
Yeah, we did.
Here's a little photographic evidence. There we are on Saturday night. Yeah, we hung out. Now, Fallon, keep this up, Steve. Steve, keep this photo up. Fallon, what did every single comment on this photo say?
Aside from saying I should be a model, everyone was saying that Jake and Colin could be brothers. They look so much alike.
I never thought about it until I'm looking at that picture right now, and they could be brothers, actually.
I mean, obviously, Colin has a tan, and Jake does not, because Jake hasn't been on a cruise, Hawaii or Florida recently. But yeah, they could be. They could be for sure.
We also said that for a good $200. Is that what we're charging?
I charge less, but yeah.
Well, for $200, we'll tell you all the gossip that we talked about that night. Yeah.
We went to this restaurant. Let me just tell you how Jason is. We went to the restaurant, and they put him in like one of those like Egyptian pharaoh chairs to take him to his table. And then everyone at the restaurant came out, and they were giving him free bottles of champagne, which, by the way, did benefit me and Jake. But I was like, what is happening here? I couldn't even get a guy to buy me a drink at the bar when I was single, but Jason, they're just like flowing here. It was the three wise men appeared offering gifts to Jason throughout our dinner. I was like, all right.
Now, settle down, Sally.
It was like that. It was.
Really quick, full disclosure. I've talked about it before. Locally, if you ever come here, it's my favorite place, Gianni's Steakhouse in Wayzata, a town called Wayzata here. And full disclosure, my husband does PR for them, and I know the owner, Terry. I love a sassy broad. I love nothing better than a woman boss. And Terry, who owns that place, she turned that place around. When she bought it, it was, and I just love stories like that. But yeah, she came down, sat down, saw that. Look, everyone, whatever, Miss Modest, everyone was excited that I was bringing you. Forget me. They were all like, are you bringing Fallon? Yes, I'm bringing Fallon. So yeah.
And her appetite.
It was great. It was great. Well, one more thing, I've said it a couple times, but just in case you missed it today, we're really proud around these parts. We've expanded all across the country. Today, we'd like to welcome Fox 7, our new affiliate in Austin, Texas. Hello, Austin. We love you. We appreciate you. Well, Austin, every day we do this. We get you caught up with the hot topics. Here in Minnesota, we call it the hot dish. Roll it, Steve. Here we go. Woo. This is the part where the Texans are like, what the hell is hot dish? Anyway.
You should have rolled out a plate of like a barbecue.
I should have, yeah. We're going to start with just a few headlines. First, gunning for the Oscar, Timothée Chalamet will host and be musical guest for this weekend's SNL. Yeah. Canceled. Next, the Frasier reboot is done after 2 seasons on Paramount Plus. Producers, however, good. Producers are looking for a new home, but the big story today, our first look at the spinoff for Suits. How many love Suits in the audience? Yeah, Suits? I love it. Look, it became a surprise hit on streaming on Netflix. The team behind the legal series is moving to the West Coast for a spinoff show because, Hollywood loves when something works. Got to go back, milk that cow. Here's Suits LA. Take a look at the trailer.
I am the best attorney in the country. And I can prove it to you right now.
Are we gonna fight?
We're gonna dance. I'm who they send when they have no chance, but they need a win. Now, do you trust me or not? Yes.
Damn right.
Remember this guy? Harvey.
The only person I knew cockier than you.
That's exactly why I liked him.
So, Stephen Amell, you know him from Arrow, a couple of things, stars as a top attorney from New York who moves to LA to reinvent himself. It premieres February 23rd. Harvey from the original, Gabriel, will be on for 3 episodes.
Okay.
I don't like when people do this with Star Wars, when they, they hike their leg and tinkle on projects before they even see it. So I'm not going to do it with this, but I'm just going to say, as a big fan of Suits, how can you, Suits is Suits because of Harvey and Mike, and this is just another legal show. So I'm going to be curious to see how they make it Suits.
Right.
How they make it the ecosystem of Suits. Harvey's presence will help, but it would help if they just brought one character permanently to the new show, You know what I mean? Bring one person over.
Wouldn't hurt, yeah. I didn't watch Suits. I need to go back and watch it, I guess. Yes, I agree. Meghan Markle is who they should bring there.
She ain't doing anything. She's just making jelly. I mean, I like her, but come on over, Meghan.
Yeah, why not?
Up next, let's talk movies, TV to movies. A really slow holiday weekend at the box office, but there's some good news. Listen to this. This is interesting. Disney's Mufasa, the Lion King, is expected to finish on top with $15.5 million. You're thinking, okay, great. What a Entertainment Tonight-esque headline. Well, but listen to this. That will push the movie over the $200 million mark, despite when it opened in December, everyone was like, oh, wow, the numbers aren't that great. It was kind of weak. It will now be one of the top 10 movies released in 2024, with global receipts coming in above $600 million. And the darn thing cost about $200 million. Fallon, you loved it.
Okay, I may have posted a video on TikTok ripping it that went viral.
TikTok's back, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back. We miss you. Oh, it's hard. But yeah, it was. No one agreed with me in the comments, as it turns out. Over 300,000 people did not like my take on the movie, which was, I liked the movie. The songs I said were trash. Stand behind it. They are trash. And I felt like it was a little dark for children. And everyone's like, every Disney movie's dark for children. Like, someone always dies. And I'm like, sure. But like,
this is darker.
Darker, because in the original Lion King, even though there were like hyenas and stuff, they would have like a comical moment, They do the Mufasa, ha ha.
Yeah.
They'd have funny moments. This one, the lions, the outsiders, terrifying the entire time. I was on the edge of my seat. I was terrified. I was like, I don't know, this isn't for kids. And then people did point out, typically the live action films are a bit darker, and I was like, yeah, that's true. But as I said, no one agreed with me anyway.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna watch it when it is released on streaming, because Lion King is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. I love it. But anyway, we're gonna take a break. More Dish when we come back. Back in a moment. I'm gonna be curious if I agree. Welcome back to our show. We had an enlightening conversation during that commercial break. Yeah, we sure did. Welcome back, everybody. It's the comeback nobody saw coming. Actor Steve Guttenberg is back. Remember him from the Police Academy movies? Well, he's back in the spotlight following his heroic efforts at the start of the wildfires in LA. CBS Sunday Morning did a profile of Mr. Guttenberg. Look at this.
Many days later, much of his hometown reduced to ruins, he was still there to help protect his and his neighbors' homes.
What is it in you that is compelling you to stay here?
It's not often in life that you feel like you can make a difference. And I really feel like I can make a difference. Like I can, I'm able-bodied, I'm strong. I have a heart and I care. And this is what I'm supposed to do today.
If you know
Good guy. Good man. Mr. Guttenberg talked about putting his career on hold several years ago to take care of a sick father. He says he's going to continue to work to rebuild his hometown. BB, come over here with that photo. This is showing you that we're live. Austin, Texas As you get to know us, you're going to realize our staff, they're characters on our show. Like executive producer Jeff, if I look over this direction, it means Jeff is yelling at me. Right there, he's right there. Erin Schwab, our audience coordinator, she's getting ready to go skiing right after this, right there. Yeah, and now. Now, another person you're going to meet and you're going to hear me reference is our photographer, Eric. Now, how do I put this? Eric is unique. Eric, and that's why one of the 800 reasons why I love him. We were talking in the commercial break. We were talking in the commercial break to the audience that Eric was a ladies' man in high school, and nothing proves that more than Eric's senior photo. Steve, I'm going to take camera 6 here. Ladies and gentlemen, here's photographer Eric's, and we're not making this up. Senior photo. Right there. Right there. Let's get it, Steve. Right there. Right there. Look at that. That's what I mean. Look, a man and his cockapoo right there. And there is the adult version right there. There's Eric right there. Still attractive. Wait a minute. Wait. Eric, does that sweatshirt have a photo of your wife on it? That's her. That's her. Oh. See? Austin, you're going to love us. We're going to love us. Back to the dish now. Here in Minnesota, as I said in the monologue, attempts didn't crack 0 all day Sunday. So like many of you, I stayed in my PJs. I've really never left the house and caught up on like 8 million shows. First, and you know when I love something, I love to tell you about it, a docuseries you have to watch. Look.
Hi. Here we go. I'm not sure. I'm Amy Poehler. Okay, that's enough.
It all started coming in here to audition.
Some people are so nervous they can't even speak.
It was terrifying. My first audition, I threw up.
I think it's a miracle that I'm sitting here right now.
Yep. It's called SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night. It looks back at the history of SNL, focusing every episode, friends, is about a different topic. Episode 1, I think it's called 5 minutes because it's about the audition process that the cast has to go through, which is horrifying. You get 5 minutes. You can't see Lauren and the producers in front of you. There's usually no laughter, and you have to have a very tight 5 minutes. And they show, you saw it there, they show a lot of the auditions from Andy Samberg and Jimmy Fallon and Amy Poehler, and fascinating.
I've watched Will Ferrell's before because it's on like the best of Will Ferrell. And he talks about that, how he's like, imagine you have an audience and it's like you're getting a little bit of feedback. Now imagine it's completely silent. And you're like, okay, that was skit 1. And quietly move into your next skit, and like you're showing, you have to bring like your best characters or ideas. And they actually did take some of Will Ferrell's and put in the show. But yeah, that's terrifying.
Along with Kristen Wiig's, one more little anecdote from that episode. Kristen Wiig's audition featured all of the characters that we love from her, including the Target woman. She did that in her audition. One more little note on that. Go to episode, you don't have to watch them in order. Go to the newest one. It's called The Weird Year. I could go on about this, but I'll keep it brief. It's about the weird 11th season of the show. When Lorne Michaels came back, remember he was gone for like 5 years, he came back, fired everybody, and brought in a whole new cast that included Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Michael Hall, the first openly gay cast member, and it was an unmitigated disaster. NBC actually canceled it. Actually canceled SNL at the conclusion of that season, and well, you'll find out what happens. It's so interesting. Watch it on Peacock. That wasn't the only show I got a chance to watch. I also finished the 2nd season of Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. Oh, right there's Harrison Ford. Audience,
So good.
I beg you, if you have not started this, this is a reason to subscribe to Apple TV Plus for like a month. You want to spend, Jason Segel, Harrison Ford has this, the best thing of 2024 was Harrison Ford in this role. It is funny Harrison Ford, and the season finale of this season 2 Colin and I were crying so hard, it like got into our Chinese food. It was just like, you know, it was, he will kill you. These people, the writing and these characters, it's about this therapist office. Harrison's the owner. Jason Segel has a daughter and they're dealing with something. But the cast of characters,
Perfect.
Have you started this?
Oh, I was on from the day one with that one.
Back me up. How good is this show?
Good. It's so good. It's one of my favorites in the past few years. I always say Hacks is my favorite show in the past like 5 years, but Shrinking is probably second or third favorite up there.
Did you see the finale, season 2? Did Harrison Ford's speech at the end?
Oh, yeah.
Boo-hooing. It's just so, please watch it and let us know what you think. The other show I got caught up on, because, you know, I was gone for like a month, is Dexter Original Sin on Showtime. Now, this is the origin series of Dexter. This is showing you teenage or, you know, young adult Dexter. I love Dexter. I think Dexter is one of the best shows of this modern era of TV. I honestly wasn't sure about this show from like episode 1 through 3, but it started to gel. It started to connect and started to be everything that I loved about the original Dexter in about episode 4 and 5. Now it's up to 6. I'm there. Like, now it has found its rhythm. Shows take a while. I mean, good Lord, we've been on for 10 years and we just started being good. You know, and you're still not sure.
No, I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, I know all this. I don't care. I don't know, like, because you know, it's like we know. The problem with prequels. And I was like, and then the sickness in me was like, well, maybe once he starts murdering more, I'll care. And then that felt wrong. But that is what I thought. So maybe did he start murdering more?
He starts murdering more.
Okay, good. All right. So then maybe I'll be into it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
I know. I have to examine it too. Why do I like a show about a serial killer?
Yeah.
Anyway, Next in the Dish. You can watch that one on Paramount Plus. Next in the Dish, when it comes to things to be, it's worth it. Next in the Dish, when it comes to things to be afraid of, most people think, I don't know, snakes, spiders, dark water. That's one of them for me. I don't know, culottes. But Kate Winslet is afraid of something. Kate Winslet is afraid of something else. She revealed it last week in an interview with Colbert. Watch this.
I'm honestly not brilliant with cows, and I know that sounds... No, but listen, I know... No, listen.
Really?
Okay, but listen, here's the thing. Someone said to me, well, you've got to learn how to read a field of cows. You have. No, you've got to be careful, because if they turn, they've gone. I said, what do you mean? Well, if their tails are swishing and they're flicking like that and there's flies, that means they're not happy. They might charge you.
Well, so yes. So Kate is afraid of cows. Well, as a follow-up, Stephen asked Kate if she's ever actually been charged by cows.
There was a time when my mother was alive and she and I were on a walk and some cows absolutely were catching up with us. But
catching up with you?
No,
or
very much.
stampeding you?
They were
went from stampede to following you home like Bo Peep.
They were slowly... No, they were slowly bo-peeping it, and then they did speed up. I got it really, truly. Borderline couple of gallopers, I'd say.
Borderline gallop?
Yes,
so not galloping, but threatening a gallop.
Yes. However, there are quite a lot of stories in England about people having very nasty run-ins with cows, very real ones. So I am extremely wary of a field of cows.
We're all afraid of something.
Yeah.
Such a great, my opinion, such a great talk show guest Kate is. Do you have a weird animal fear?
Yeah, zebras. Because thank you for asking.
How often do you encounter a zebra?
I've wanted to talk about this for a moment, actually, because they seem innocent. You know, like a gentle, like they'd be spooked by you. I've watched on an animal show a male zebra lure a person in, like, oh, come and pet me, I'm cute, and then he attacked the man, like snarl, biting his chest. So I'm telling you right now, they are fake and phony. They are not innocent. They are aggressive, and I want everyone to know it. So don't approach a zebra, even if they're like, come look at me. Lies. Don't do it. They're scary.
This is us, Austin. This is us.
They're terrifying.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
Coming up, he made a name for himself as a super producer in Hollywood, teaming up with Henry Winkler. Well, now he's making a name for himself on TikTok, spilling the dish on, well, all those people. I can't wait to talk to Michael Levitt. That and more when The Jason Show continues.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, everybody, from award shows to game shows to TV reunions. Girl, I got to ask about a couple. Our guest today has done it all, has seen it all. Producer extraordinaire Michael Levitt is an accomplished television producer who's worked with, you name it, he's worked with them. But listen to this. More recently, he has found a ginormous audience on social media because Michael shares videos dishing about his time producing some of your favorite shows and revealing who's naughty and who's not so nice behind the scenes. And we're here for it. Audience, give it up for Michael Levitt, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hello, Jason.
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm coming to you from sunny Palm Springs, California, and I love your show and couldn't be more thrilled to be here today.
Michael, if you hear the audience booing, they're not booing you. They're booing the fact that it's negative 47 here.
Okay. My apologies. I'm so sorry. It's really, really hot here.
Okay, Michael, it's so funny when you were booked because I've become obsessed with you. Obviously, because I'm a TV nerd, I've known about you for years. Let me start with this.
Sure.
My favorite shows are Dallas and Knots Landing. Like, as I die in the nursing home, I want the nurse to put Dallas on as I'm dying. So, you produced the Dallas reunion in 2004. And can you give a quick, because you got to go to Michael's TikTok for the full story. You had a little problem with Victoria. The production had a little issue with Victoria, right? Victoria Principal, who played Pam on the show.
Yes, we did. So I was fortunate enough to be producing partners with the nicest man in show business, Henry Winkler. And Henry and I were approached by Charlene Tilton about the possibility of doing this reunion. So the three of us went to CBS and they loved the idea, but their only caveat was that we had to get the entire cast. And Victoria, to that point, had not ever agreed to do anything Dallas related after she left the show. But because of Henry and Charlene, she said yes, so it was a really big deal. So one day, about a week before we were leaving for South Fork to film the reunion, Victoria called for Henry. And Henry and I shared this wonderful assistant named, well, he wasn't a wonderful assistant, but he's the most wonderful person. He was, his name is Zach. He's still a dear family friend. But you'll see why I say that. He took the call and she asked for Henry, and he said, let me see if I could get Henry for you. And he thought he put her on hold, and he calls Henry, who's in the car. Now, Henry never liked to do business calls from the car because he's driving. So when Henry answered and Zach said, I have Victoria Principal for you, he said, tell her I'm not available. But he meant, tell her I'm not available, I'm gonna call her later. So Zach comes back to Victoria, says, Henry is not available, he'll call you back. And you hear complete silence. And Victoria says, Zach, I'm not mad at you, but this is a really teachable moment for you. When you answer the phone, you want to make sure you're putting the other, when you're conferencing with your boss, you want to make sure you're putting the other person on hold, because I heard everything you said to Henry. I'm not mad. And Zach's sweating and he goes, thank you for understanding. I understand, goodbye. Well, cut to a few hours later, we get a call from Victoria's rep saying, unfortunately, she's no longer available to be part of the reunion. However, Henry called her, explained exactly what he meant by that. It was a complete misunderstanding. Victoria was super cool about it. She was back in, the reunion was on, it was spectacular. Victoria was amazing, so much fun, and it was the memory of a lifetime for me.
I'll ask my Knots question a little bit later, but
sure.
You also produced, which I think, I'm not just saying this because you're my guest. I think one of the best versions of Hollywood Squares. You did it with Henry, and you got to tell the story. Carol Channing, did she fall asleep?
He did. I have to tell you. Henry and I produced Hollywood Squares. This was the post-Whoopi era. And we had a different take on the show. We rotated our center squares. So we had everybody from Ellen DeGeneres to Alec Baldwin to Dame Edna, Pam Anderson in center squares. We were known for our theme weeks, but some of my greatest memories are from that show. One of them being that in the middle of filming, sweet Carol Channing completely fell asleep in her square. It was hilarious. The other thing that was really funny was Paris Hilton, while we were filming, decided to make phone calls, which normally I would say, stop tape, get that celebrity off the phone. But with her, it was so on brand for her, so we left it in.
But Michael, that's why you're a great producer. That's you got to ride that. Well, we have more stories with Michael, and he's working on also a great show that you have to see. More with Michael when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody.
Let's make it.
Welcome back. We're gonna have some more fun dishy stories from Michael in a little bit. But Michael is also the executive producer of a...
I'm sorry. It is so hot here in Palm Springs. I'm so sorry. You don't want to be here.
Do you hear? Michael, do you hear the audience?
I mean, it's too hot. I wish I was in the cold.
Yeah. I love it. Michael, we're going to do more dishy stories in a little bit, but this is so good, everybody. Michael is the executive producer of a new show on TLC called Bailin' Out Loud. Let's take a clip, and Michael will talk about it on the other side. Look at this.
My name is Bailin, and I have Tourette syndrome. Tourette's is a neurological involuntary disorder. Wind it up. It causes me to have sudden twitches, sounds, or movements. What the
Yeah. Michael, Michael, what was it about this extraordinary, I mean, you know, my God, do you know good TV? What was it about her that you thought, oh, okay, this is a story that needs to be told?
Well, first of all, everyone's talking about the impact of TikTok on our country, and I can tell you firsthand, as a creator, I'm having a blast with my behind-the-scenes videos going viral. But I found Bailin by being on TikTok, and when I saw her, how authentic she was, how brave she is to share her story. She went public because people were taking videos of her and making fun of her and posting it online. So Bailin wanted to control her own narrative and went public with her Tourette syndrome, and soon had 10 million followers. And I just love that Bailin was self-deprecating, not a victim. Even without her iconic tics, she is so funny, so smart, and I knew that she had so much more to tell the world in a long-form format. And so I approached her, we connected, we joined up, and together we sold this show to TLC. And in my 30 years of producing, I couldn't be more proud. This show is making an impact and helping people with all disabilities and helping people to understand what they go through on a day-to-day basis.
I think it's great, my friend. I do. And is it, Michael, because you do know good TV and you know how to walk the line, I would imagine for you, you're probably a really good gatekeeper in making sure, you know, some of these shows can be very exploitative of the subject. I'm sure it is very, how is it being the gatekeeper to make sure the world at large doesn't take advantage of this young lady's story?
Absolutely, Jason. I mean, every show I do has heart. If you look on my website, MichaelLevittProductions.com, you see that everything has a feel-good theme. So I would never want to do anything that is train wreck television. And I really have to thank TLC because they have been amazing and so sensitive about getting this right. We've worked closely with the Tourette Association of America. We've all done our homework. Our showrunner, Katie Mose, by the way, is from Belgrade in your neck of the woods. I don't know what's in the water in Minnesota, but she is a phenomenal talent. Katie and I have done so much homework, working closely with the family to make sure that we are getting it right and that we are doing justice to Balin and to anybody that faces and has to navigate their life with Tourette syndrome.
You know what it is, Michael? The extreme temperatures keep us nice.
There
not
you
the
go.
water.
And hey, you have Melissa Peterman, our mutual friend Melissa Peterman.
Yes.
I mean, again, the talent is insane.
Michael, let's have a mutual, because we have about 30, and then we'll go to break and talk more. Let's have a mutual admiration society moment for Melissa. I mean, Melissa Peterman, good egg, isn't she?
Not only a good egg, but Henry Winkler would agree with this. She was probably one of our top 3 squares that we had on Hollywood Squares. She made the show better. So beyond funny, as you know.
When we come back, I'm going to nerd out one more time. Michael has a Knots Landing reunion question that I have to ask, plus more dishy stories about some of your favorite stars. More with our new friend Michael when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Don't forget to follow Michael on TikTok. We have a Britney Spears story coming up. Can't wait for that. But right now we're back with super producer and TikTok megastar and very warm Michael Levitt there in Palm Springs. Okay, forget the pomp and circle. Let's just get to it. I also love Knots Landing. People of my generation love Knots Landing. And one of the cast members was a Broadway star named Julie. The youngins don't sadly know who she is, but Julie Harris. Julie was a legend. She left the show, had some health problems. Michael, how did you get her to surprise the cast for this Knots Landing reunion?
Well, one of my greatest joys of being a producer is when I can put together a water cooler moment that people talk about the next day. And I try and do that several times in every show that I do. And I had known that Julie Harris had moved back east and that the core cast had not seen her in many, many years, and that they all revered and adored her. So I knew out of the starting gate that that would be amazing if I could engineer a surprise. So reached out to Julie. She was in good health. She loved the idea, but our challenge was to actually keep it a surprise and not have it leak out. And credit to the entire team that worked on the reunion, and it was spectacular. I mean, you can see their reaction. I mean, tears flowing. They were just blown away. And gosh, what a lovely lady. Julie wrote me a handwritten note after thanking me for the opportunity for her to get together with the cast again. And I believe that was the last time they saw her before she sadly passed. But one of the true great legends in Hollywood, and such an honor for a guy like me to have been able to put together and be a part of.
Yeah. Michael, please affirm to me, how damn good does Donna Mills look at 80 whatever? Can you, I mean, seriously?
I just had Donna, Michelle, and Joan about 6 months ago on a fundraiser telethon we did in Los Angeles. And they're still spectacular. They all came dressed in ivory white. They're still close as can be. They're lovely. But Jason, I have to tell you, as a producer, I learned about lighting women from doing that Knots Landing reunion, because those ladies know good light, and they did not accept anything less, and they would not hesitate to pull me over, go, Michael, come here, let's look at these lighting fills, and help me figure out how to light women well. So I am grateful to them for that education, and I would never not like those ladies well.
I love your... We have a couple minutes left. I love one of the things you do on TikTok. Again, go follow them. We'll put up the information at the end. You do the naughty or nice. Let me ask you, because people ask me that, you know, who's the nicest celebrity? Let me ask it in this way, because that's kind of a pedestrian question. who surprised you either way? Like, who that you got to work with surprised you because they were nicer than you thought? Or who surprised you because they were just a little, you know?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I never do videos that are malicious
no, you
or
do not.
hurtful. I take it to the line and I stand in my truth, telling my own experience as a producer. My goal is just to have fun and give fans and followers kind of a sneak peek and a taste of what I deal with on a daily basis. So I'm not really saying who's not nice. I'm just saying who's nicer. Like Celine Dion, for example, is lovely, but I just clicked better with Mariah Carey. She was so much fun. So many great people. I mean, the truth is most celebrities are really, really nice. You know, maybe Christina Aguilera if you get her on the wrong day. But again, I've had good experiences with her as well. But yeah, I mean, so many great ones. Stevie Wonder, love Britney, love Patti LaBelle. I could go on and on.
Patty, you mentioned Britney.
And, Jason, the rule typically, and you probably know this, the bigger the star, usually the nicer they are.
Right? Michael, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's always, no offense, it's always the youngins who, here's an old term, big for their britches before they earn it, and they have an attitude. Patti LaBelle,
Right.
Patti is one, when people ask me, on my top 5 of the nicest. I love her.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Really, in 30 seconds, and people can watch it on the TikTok, you did the Britney Spears a special. You said she was delightful.
I produced her first 2 specials, Britney in Hawaii and Britney There's No Place Like Home in New Orleans. I had her on over 20 shows at her height. She was charming, lovely, had that $1 million smile, polite, thoughtful. I love Britney, and I'm always rooting for her. She's wonderful.
Now, before we go, Michael, the next time Donna Mills, Michelle Lee, and Joan Van Ark are with you, you best call me. I will jump on a plane.
I will FaceTime you.
Okay, I will jump on a plane. I don't care if I'm at work. Forget the show. We can put on a damn rerun. I will be there. Yes.
You got a deal.
Thank you. Michael Levitt, everybody. You can follow him on TikTok right now. It's a good follow, man. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Stay with us. Your napping break.
Could have been longer.
As we said at the top of the show, starting today, our show is airing in another new city. Hello to our affiliate Fox 7 in Austin, Texas. We are airing at 1 p.m. weekdays, and we're thrilled to have you. Thank you so much for your support, and no matter where you're watching us, whether it's Detroit or Chicago, Orlando, Iowa, we really appreciate it. Besides Austin, speaking of all that, here's a look at all the cities our show airs in. The Twin Cities, Duluth, Rochester, Milwaukee, La Crosse, Eau Claire, Cedar Rapids, Sioux City, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Chicago, Quincy, Detroit, Seattle, Orlando, and again in Austin. Be sure to let your friends in these cities know when and where you can watch. Right, Fallon?
That's right.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Now, are we allowed to tease your tease? Can I say that you have?
Sure. You can tease a tease.
I can tease a tease. Will you tease the tease?
Well, I have exciting radio news that will debut tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, don't worry, she's not going anywhere.
No,
I mean, I don't want to start that, but yeah.
No. I get no extra money from it. As it turns out, yeah, it continues to be here. Yeah, no. Okay, so yeah,
Some big,
it's exciting though.
Some exciting, not personal news. Again, we want to dispel all the rumors. I'm not moving in with you and Jake.
No.
Jake
had a vasectomy. I'm not expecting another child.
Yeah.
So,
wow, she just put that right out there, Jake. That's right. Yeah.
We have a great vasectomy, Dr. doctor if you need one. Let us know. Yeah.
I do need a good neutering doctor for Milo, so if anyone has one, this is, again, I've said it 3 times. Austin, this is us. That's right. Hey, tomorrow on the show, it's a must-listen podcast for Gen Xers. I'm chatting with the creators of the Pop Culture Preservation Society. That's tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself. No one can tell you're doing it